Welcome to my Vinted graveyard. This is essentially where all my secondhand hopes and dreams are buried. I developed this habit like a while back ago where the things that I would save on Vinted that I would miss out on, I would take a screenshot, maybe to remind myself on the things that I've lost and the things that I wish I was quicker to buy, or just as some kind of memory. So I thought I'd share that with you just to see all the things that I wish I bought. This first one is probably one of my biggest regrets because one thing about me is I love a handbag, and one thing especially about me is I love a unique handbag. And when I saw this bag, I was like lost for words. I don't think I've ever seen a bag quite like it, and I can't find another bag quite like it. But what I especially like is, of course, the heel detail on the bottom. I literally already had the outfits like planned in my head when I saw the bag. And I'm not normally someone that likes a larger bag, but I just think this bag was just pure perfection. I put in an offer and the seller counter offered, but by the time I went to go and purchase it, it was gone. It was gone. And I feel like I kind of wish I just straight away bought it, didn't think about it, because I think it's one of those bags that are just so unique. One of those bags that would last within your wardrobe for years and years and years to come. So it would have been like worth the investment had I even bought it at the full price, or had I bought it straight away at the counter offer, or just counter offered, or just offered a higher price. So definitely one of my biggest regrets. And I think I'm gonna just continue to try and search for it, and hopefully I come across a bag like it in the future. But so good, so good. And yeah, it's definitely one of those things that I think about time to time till now. Second on my list are these Dear Francis shoes. I have another pair saved in the same size, in the same silhouette, but double the price. And when I saw this one come up, I did think, oh, like it's half the price what it normally is and half the price what I normally see it on Vinted as well. So I kind of did think, oh, maybe I should just get them. Again, they are a pair of shoes that I've kind of been wanting for a while because I love the extremely round toe. I just think that detail is so cool. And I think it would look so good with a pair of baggy jeans just worn really casually. I definitely think it's one of those shoes that could be worn with like skirts and shorts and all that kind of stuff. But the idea of the round toe with a pair of baggy jeans, I think is just pure perfection. I just think it would look really cool. And I think obviously it was at a very good price. So I kind of wish I picked those up as well. But I just think they're just such a cool detail. I'm not so pressed about it. Obviously they are cool in the shape of the toe, but they are at the end of the day a pair of black shoes, and I definitely have black shoes that I think add a lot more to my wardrobe already. So if they came in at a good price, then I definitely would be faster to purchase them, but I'm not like desperate for them. Whereas the bag I was desperate for. This bag I had not one but two opportunities to purchase, because the first time I saw it, again, I thought this is such a me bag. I think it's very unique and very cool. I did hesitate the first time because of the shape of the bag. It's not something that I'd normally go for, so I did hesitate in that sense, but I think it is stunning. Like all the beads on it are just simply beautiful. The first time it did sell out and I was a bit upset, and I was like, nah, like I think when something sells and your reaction will essentially tell you how much you wanted it, and my reaction told me I really wanted that bag. So you would think when I saw it again, I think a few months later, that I would purchase it. But no, I saved it and I thought, you know what? I'm not sure about the shape again. And once again, it did sell out. And I just think it is simply beautiful. Like I love the beading on it. I love the color of it. And I think just in terms of the color, in terms of the beading, it would have been a bag that fits into my wardrobe very nicely. Obviously, I do like beaded bags. I do like bags that have like brown and green tones, and do wear a lot of clothing that have brown and green tones. So I do think it is a beautiful bag, and I do think it's a bag that would have fit nicely into my wardrobe. So hopefully I get like the third opportunity to actually buy it, because yeah, I don't know how I think I have this thing when I come across something I really, really, really like, I tend to think about it longer. Whereas when I see something that I'm like, I like, but I don't like as desperately, for some reason, those are my impulse purchases rather than things that I really like. And I think it should be the other way around. Because one thing I do try to do is ask myself, like, if this thing sold right now, would you be upset? Like, would you feel like you have missed out on it? And if the answer is yes, then I do try and tend to encourage myself to purchase it, because especially when you come across things that are secondhand and unique things as well, it's like you're not going to get multiple opportunities to purchase that thing. So yeah, that's a question I do like to ask myself, but I have noticed I tend to impulse buy things that I'm not desperate for rather than things that I actually am desperate for. And I'm working on like turning that around. But this bag, I had, yeah, 2 opportunities to buy it, and both chances I missed out on it. And I do think it's simply beautiful. And I do think it's one of those bags that would have been worth adding into my collection, especially because now I'm like trying to only add in things that I think are really, really, really unique rather than things that are just nice. I actually have 2 other bags on this list that, yeah, I wish I bought. The first one is this Miss 60 like little white square bag. First of all, what really stood out to me was the shape of it. I think the shape is very cool. It's very unique. It's obviously not the most in your face bag, but I do think it was really cool. It's really different in the shape of it. And I like the fact that it's like a padded leather as well. And also the fact that it's white. I currently only have one white bag, and it's that like almost cylinder kind of shape bag. Whereas I don't have like a casual white bag that I can throw on and just, yeah, like basically wear under my arm and just wear very casually. And it's something that I have been wanting. I did used to have a white shoulder bag, and I actually used to get like a little bit of wear out of it, but I decided to part ways with it. So I just thought it would have been nice to introduce a white bag into my wardrobe. This bag, I'm pretty sure the seller offered me £27 for it, and I was thinking about it. And it was there for a while after I was thinking about it. And I think sometimes when you see it's like the bag doesn't really seem to be as sought after, it kind of makes you like rethink the decision. And I think I showed my mum as well, and she was like, it's not that much of a unique bag, so it's not like something that I need to add into my collection of bags. So I was like, you know what, she's right, it's not really that much of a unique bag, I'll leave it. I'm sure like something will come along that's much better. But I do think it would have been nice to have like a nice, easy, casual white bag to throw on, especially in like the spring time. I feel like a white bag makes sense, especially like this padded leather silhouette of it. But again, it's one of those bags that I don't feel like I really missed out on, but I do like the shape of it, and I probably would have picked it up if I thought about it for a little bit longer. But this wooden bag, oh, so good. This bag is just so cool. I think obviously I love unique shaped bags. I love unique handbags in general, and this is just encompasses all of that. And I think the thing that did make me hesitate towards this bag was the price. I think, yeah, what made me hesitate a little bit was the price. I just wanted to ask myself if it was something that I really did want to add. And this bag, unsurprisingly, sold very quickly. I think it sold in under a day. So that just shows you how cool of a bag it was. I just wanted to sleep on it and wake up the next day and see if I still wanted it. And of course it was gone. But I do think it's a beautiful bag. I love the wood detail. I love the cylinder like shape of it. I love the wooden like bamboo handle. And I have been wanting like a wooden bag for a while. There was a wooden bag I saw from a brand called Susu. I'm pretty sure it was called Susu like either a couple years ago or a year ago. And that bag, I don't know, like it's something I continually think about. And it was a bag I missed out on like a long time ago. And I think the reason I hesitated with this current bag was because it doesn't quite compare to the bag I missed out on. So it's like I was thinking about that bag and thinking if I was to add a wooden bag into my collection, I want it to be like the Susu bag. Unfortunately, I do not have that screenshot anymore. I could probably try and look through my very old pictures and see if I can find it. And if I can, then I'll put it on the screen. But if not, it was just like in like it was still kind of like a cylinder kind of shape, but not quite this one. And it was like a dark wood grain, like it just looked really good, really high quality, and just like, yeah, a beautiful bag. I think this one is going to be a DIY project for me because I just think it's so cool. Like, I am a denim girl through and through, and I love unique expressions of denim and unique expressions of clothing in general as well. So when I saw this, I just thought it was a very cool jumper situation. I love the denim panels on it, and me personally, I wasn't willing to pay £125 for a black turtleneck with denim panels on it. And I do think it's something that I can recreate myself. So I was sad I missed out on it, in the sense that I just wish it was a better price, and I wish that, yeah, I could have picked it up at a better price essentially. But I do think it's a very cool jumper situation, and I do want to like kind of make my own DIY denim pieces. I've been wanting to do some denim DIY pieces for the longest time, and I just need to like encourage myself to do it, for one, and I also need to find like denim pieces that I can cut out, because I do want to do a pair of denim and leather combination trousers. I do want to obviously do the black turtleneck with the denim panels, just like these cool little paneled denim items I think I want to do. But yeah, like I said, I just need to find the denim pieces that I will upcycle, and find like actual clothing pieces that I want to upcycle them with as well. But I just thought I'd show you this one just because it's a very cool top, and when I saw it I was like, this is so me. So me. Like, I just love hybrid denim pieces, and I definitely do want to add hybrid denim pieces into my wardrobe. I definitely do want to DIY my own hybrid denim pieces. I just need to make out the time to do so, but so good. If you watch my video where it's 26 items on my 2026 wish list, then you would have seen this Anderson Bell top, and I was obsessed. Like, I really wanted this top, and I had two chances. The one I had saved for ages at £75, and then another one that I saw for £40. And one thing I didn't realize was that this is actually like an oversized top situation. I thought it was like a fitted polo. I loved obviously the colorful stripes. I loved the distressing to it, and I loved the red base of it. So it was something that when I saw it at the £40, I was like, one, I've seen it like listed for over £100 before. I obviously had it saved at £75. So at 40, I was like, such a good deal. And then I read the description and realized that this was almost like a dress, kind of oversized shirt silhouette. So that kind of disappointed me, because I just wanted it to be like a fitted polo kind of top. Even if it was like a little bit slouchy, I think something that's too oversized in this particular like color and combination, I wouldn't have liked. So I did end up not buying those, and they both ended up selling out, which I'm not surprised. I feel like the color is really cool, the distressing is really cool, and I do think Anderson Bell as a whole like look does really cool pieces, so I'm not surprised by that. And I definitely wish it would have been like a fitted distressed top. That would have just been so good. And I think it would have been really cute to wear with jeans and like ballet flats or something for the springtime. If you know me, then you know this is a me shoe. A clog with a heel. I just think that's just so cool. And these I saved, and they sold pretty quickly, like after I saved them. Like, they were not in my favorites for the longest of time, and I just wish I did pick those up and got those faster, because they are a shoe that I know I would have worn a lot. Especially, I've said in my spring videos that I just want to be wearing clogs and just cool and unique shoes for the springtime. I do want to be wearing heels casually, and I think the fact that it's a round toe clog would obviously make it more comfortable and would make it easier overall to wear them casually and to get that wear I would have got out of them. I think it would have looked so good with a pair of shorts as well, with baggy jeans. Just, yeah, this pair of shoes. And now I continually search on the like #1 like brand on Vinted, just to see if there are another pair of clogs in a similar shape, and in the Shoal brand as well. I search just to see if anything similar or the same comes up, and I have had no luck as of yet. But I just think they are such a me shoe, and they are very cool as well. Next on my list was another pair of shoes, and they are these black furry Stella McCartney heels. £40. £40. When I saw these black heels, I can't remember who asked. Maybe I asked my mum and one of my friends, and they were like, they're nice, they're me, but I have something similar, or they're not like the most exciting pairs of shoes, which I do have a pair of like furry black boots, but they are boots. And I think heels and boots, you can't wear them in the same way. So I end up leaving these, but I do think they would have been such a cool pair of shoes to have in my wardrobe. And again, I do tend to just wear everything with a pair of heels, but I do think not with a pair of heels, with a pair of jeans, but I do think they would have been very cool in that sense. And I do think they would have been cool to wear with like midi skirts as well, and just add something extra to the outfit. I obviously like the fact that the toe is more round, because when it comes to like these kinds of shoes, I tend to either really like a pointed toe or like an exaggerated round toe rather than like a normal kind of toe shape. But I definitely do want to add more furry heels into my wardrobe. I did want a pair of yellow fur heels and I never actually picked them up. So I'm actually going to go and check if they're still available on Vinted, because I just want like fun, colorful shoes to like inject into outfits for the springtime, for the summertime. And I think has something about contrasting like the fur or the furry texture against a more summery outfit just in my head feels really cool. And that's why, like I said, I wanted to wear my fur clogs a lot more, because they kind of almost look like a winter item and then they're juxtaposed against like summer pieces. I just think that's such a nice detail within an outfit. I'm gonna do one more, and that is this Giorgio Armani vintage set. The pink and brown color combination is just so divine. Like it just looks really, really pretty, and I really like the way it looks. So this is of course on my list for that reason. I just thought it was a really cool set, and obviously for, well, not obvious reasons, but I didn't pick this up because of the price. I just thought it was too much for something that I probably wouldn't wear that much, and for something that I probably wouldn't wear as separates as well. Obviously I love the leather jacket and the pink details in it, but I already have a brown leather jacket that I reach for continuously, and I love the way it fits. I love the way it adds itself into my outfits, and I wear it obviously with jeans, with skirts, with literally everything. So I know this jacket wouldn't replace that. And then the pink skirt, again, I think together would look really, really good. But as separates, I don't foresee myself wearing a pink skirt in that silhouette that often, or often enough to justify the price. But I just thought it was a really cool set, so that's why I edited it into my video, and that's why I screenshot it when it sold. But I did save it, and I was watching it to see if the price would go down, or if the seller would reduce the price eventually. But that was not the case. I have a lot more screenshots and a lot more things and cool pieces that I've missed out on, either because I was too slow to buy them or because they weren't in my size. Because sometimes I do save things that I think are really cool just to remember the brand and to check the brand every so often to see if something comes in my size, if it's not in my size. But I have so many more screenshots, so if you do want to see more of my Vinted graveyard, then definitely let me know and I will do more videos like this. But for now, you should definitely watch my 26 items for 2026 that are on my wish list, and I'll leave that linked here. But like, comment, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Goodbye and God bless you.